Hi everyone, welcome. We're glad you're here. In this video, we're visiting a National Historic Park that was instrumental in the exploration and development of Kentucky and the Ohio Valley, and was a key strategic hold during the Civil War, changing hands numerous times, although it never saw any major battles. Cumberland Gap National Historic Park. Come along with us as we explore and learn about Cumberland Gap. We dropped our camper at the Wilderness Road Campground. More about that in the next video, before heading back over to the Cumberland Gap Visitor Center. Cumberland Gap is positioned right at the intersection of Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia. Of course, the Gap was there long before the states were. You access the visitor center from the northern side of the Gap in Kentucky, just south of the town of Middlesboro. The naturally occurring break or gap in the mountains was used by indigenous people such as the Shawnee and Cherokee for thousands of years before being discovered by settlers. The route was first documented by a white man when Dr. Thomas Walker, who was a surveyor for the Loyal Land Company, was hired to stake out a land claim, an 800,000 acre land claim on the north side of the mountains. In 1750, Walker wrote a description of his discovery, naming it Cumberland Gap in honor of the Duke of Cumberland, son of King George II. Of course, the indigenous people already had names for it long before this. In 1775, Daniel Boone was hired by the Transylvania Company to blaze a path from the east through the Gap and into Kentucky. We've actually talked about the Transylvania Company before while we were exploring Kentucky. We'll link some of those videos in the description below. The trail, originally known as Boone's Trace, started in Chiswell, Virginia, ran through the Cumberland Gap and into Kentucky, ending at Boonesboro. Eventually, the trail became known as the Wilderness Road. By 1800s, the path had been improved to allow wagon traffic. It became a two-way thoroughfare, shuttling pioneers west and goods back east. By the 1830s and 40s, though, the Wilderness Road had already started to decline in importance as railroads and canals were being built and making travel much easier. In the 1920s, US 25 East was constructed, allowing vehicle traffic through the Gap. And in 1940, the Cumberland Gap National Historic Park was authorized. We were surprised to learn that the Cumberland Gap Tunnel, which rerouted 25 East out of the Cumberland Gap and through the mountain right next to it, didn't open until 1996. I don't know why we thought it had been there longer than that. It's probably because we're getting old. Once the road was rerouted through the tunnel, the Park Service began work on restoring the Gap so that it would resemble its 1810 appearance. Turning right will take you on a beautiful drive across the Gap and up the mountain on the other side. There are a few places to stop as you make your way up the mountain, but at the very end is the Pinnacle Overlook.
Got pretty bridges here.
I'll stop talking for a while now and let you enjoy the drive. pillars of stone.
You ready for this?
What's going to happen?
Wrap.
Oh, we've got curve arounds. So you can keep going straight. We can stop here on the way back.
This is a 6-degree climb.
6 degrees. Want to be careful coming down on that one. Wonder what's up there. Oh, there's some bathrooms up there. Oh, the flowers. Flowers are blooming. Forsythias.
Daffodils.
Look at the places I take you, babe.
Yep. Wait a minute. I think I'm taking you.
But you wouldn't have got here without me navigating.
Oh no, I would never have gotten here. I'd be sitting at home drinking beer.
No. So we can stop there on the way back too. Way back down too. Boy, you better have your climbing legs on if you're hiking up these hills.
Up at 7 degrees there.
Picnic area there.
Give me a picnic area. It's a very cool down area.
Is that what it is? We still have a ways to go.
Degree coming around that corner.
Yep, I see a hiking trail down there. I think the Appalachian Trail goes through the Cumberland Gap. I don't remember for sure. I'll have to
I
look.
think it does. So, sounds like Heck, and I would love this view. It's discrimination.
Well, so technically Heckinaw could have come up here, right? It said nothing over 20.
Oh, I don't know.
I think
I
it
didn't
said
see.
no trailers over 20 feet, or no, maybe it was like no, so like together we'd be over 20 feet. Maybe it was no.
Hackenback's like 20 feet.
Oh, we'll have to pay attention when we go back down and see. I mean, it's on the camera, but. So there's the trail, I think, to the overlook. The parking lot at Pinnacle Overlook is still in Kentucky, but as you're walking out to the overlook, you cross into Virginia, and the Pinnacle overlooks the little town of Cumberland Gap, Tennessee. There is a trail you can hike from here to go to the actual physical location where all three intersect. That's cool. So down there is where they meet. So that's Fern Lake. So it's like right over here is where they all meet. Look at the mist rolling up the hill. While we were taking in the view, we met an absolutely delightful local gentleman who had a wealth of knowledge about the area.
And we got up there early morning to see the sunrise. We got things like this. You can see clouds below us. The sky and everything. It looked like we could walk out on the clouds. It was just I got carpets all around.
So this will be like this. You can't see the little town at all. Just in a few seconds, and then there it is. You know.
Yep.
There's the main gap of the mountain where the pioneers come through right there. Could you imagine all the traffic we got today going through that little town there?
No. That's
Wouldn't be possible.
nope.
So this is Cumberland Gap down here,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
You know, every long time ago when I was a little boy, every wheel turn had to go through that little town. And in the 80s, in the first part of the 80s, they got that outlet right yonder,
Yeah.
and they got a road on down through there, tied in, and when they done that, the people come out of Virginia, went down through there, and all the people come out of Kentucky could go around the little town. And buddy, it just turned into a ghost town then.
Oh,
You
yeah.
sit out in the street down there and eat your breakfast.
Huh.
But now,
Yeah.
now with the tourists and stuff that we got after they got the tunnel in, they got that university right over there.
Right.
So they got that big college, and where that one car's parked,
Mm-hmm.
that's the parking lot where people park if you want to walk up here, walk up to the gap of the mountain.
Okay.
I can park down there and walk. I have to walk to the gap of the mountain and then on up. I've done it one time. It took me about an hour and 20 minutes to walk to right here.
Mm. You're pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it looks, looking down on it, yeah, it looks like a setup for like a model train.
Yeah.
You know, when they got those elaborate train sets, that's what it looks like looking down on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that lake, for years and years and years, it's never been opened around it for the public
Okay.
on account of the water and stuff. You know,
Mm-hmm.
You know, you open something really for, see this right here above us?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what happens.
I noticed back there a ways. Yeah. Plastic
There's
bottles.
some folks up there every now and then, they get down there and pick it up.
Yeah.
But I don't know why people want to do that.
Yeah. Taking the alternate route. There's the state line. Baby, you trying to get away from me?
You gotta keep it stay ahead of you.
Flee into another state? Restrooms closed for the season. On our way back down, we stopped at a couple more overlooks that had some historical significance related to the Civil War. Woo! Ooh, don't want to drive off here. I see a car coming up. This picnic area is situated right about in the center of what was a Civil War fort. When the Confederates held it, it was Fort Greene, and when the Federalists took it over, it was Fort Edgar. Hiking trail right down there. This area was originally a fort built by the Confederate named Fort Rains, and when the Federalists took it over, it was renamed Fort McCook. It's easy to see from this area how cannon batteries were used to protect the roads running through the gap.
Hey, that's kind of cool. You'll have to look at the map there.
Right now, we're overlooking the town of Middlesboro, Kentucky, which is at the north end of the gap, and the little town of Cumberland Gap is at the south end.
Oh, now we gotta go down the stairs, babe.
I'm gonna stay back about 20 feet behind you so we can say I pushed you.
Okay.
After making our way back down the mountain, we drove through the Cumberland Tunnel and into Tennessee to check out the historic town of Cumberland Gap. Tennessee welcomes you.
So it's, Gap Creek Coffee right there.
Our first stop was for a coffee, and Gap Creek Coffee had lots of interesting flavors to choose from. They also have these really nice walking tour maps that you can use to explore the town.
Cumberland Gap Inn, so you can stay right in historic Cumberland Gap. There's a bed and breakfast down here too, so turn left. We could see this from up there. The parking lot looked much bigger from up there. So we got something here, some sort of restaurant here. I think this may be Angelo's. And then there's 1919. That's what he was talking about, that has really good steaks. So you'll keep going straight. And then turn left at the stop sign up there. Oh, some cool houses. You can go all the way down to the end. There's a parking lot down there. Park here. That's the bed and breakfast. On the way back, I'll get the camera out. The other camera out. So you can pull in this parking lot down here. That's pretty cool.
From this parking area, you can hike just a short distance to an iron furnace, or you can keep going to Gap Cave. You can only go in the cave though with a tour guide, and we're in the off season, so there weren't any tours available. You can also hike all the way up to Pinnacle Overlook from here.
Bike shop down there. Yeah, look at the bike shop. And the little creek. Oh, water wheel. Old mill. Bed and breakfast. Oh, this is, I saw something about this trail, nature trail. Virginia, we just entered Virginia.
Our last stop of the day was the Daniel Boone Visitor Center and Research Station. Again, we're here in the off season, so there wasn't anybody on staff here, but it's still a pretty cool place to look around, and you can also access some of the trails from here. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us as we learned about the Cumberland Gap. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.